Hey, what's up guys out there in high vibes? In today's video I just want to talk about being more self-efficient basically, and actually having income coming in from all different types of sources and things like that, and why it's okay to even get into finding better ways to have more cash flow and be more self-efficient, and working towards more towards that self-employment status and stuff, because we all don't want to work for people. That's all. No matter who you are, let's be real, nobody wants to have to sit there and work for somebody else and listen what they have to tell you and do all this stuff, because it would be nice that if we could be our own bosses, right? So what you need to do basically is I actually have this these two apps right now. It's basically, one of them is called Robinhood, and I'll just basically talk about that real quick. Actually, I won't talk about the other coin, but I'll talk about this one because this one's really good, and it gives you the opportunity to start with getting a free stock basically. And it's called the Robinhood app, and I'll have a link in the description. And if you sign up for it, you'll actually get a free stock basically, and they'll give you a chance to possibly get a really good stock, basically like an Amazon stock, and you can actually and that's worth over $1,000 basically, and you have a chance to get that, or any different type of stock that's above $5 to $10. And some people are like, man, it's just $5, I don't care about that. But it's what you do with that $5 that really matters. Some people, they don't see the opportunity in getting something for free and then working with that free currency that they just received basically to better basically bring in more currency for themselves. Some people see $5 and they're like, what can I do with $5? It's all the way you perceive it basically. See, myself, as of recently, I've been getting into Bitcoin and stuff like that, and I've actually been making trades and stuff like that, and I got into Robinhood and things like that. And the reason why it's so good to actually take those opportunities is because it's a free opportunity to get some free cash. There's certain deals and stuff that apply for this for free and you get something for free. What's so bad about that? And take that opportunity. Go ahead and actually sign up for it, and you'll actually get something for free out of that. And then go ahead and have other people sign up for it too, because and you can help other people and show that too, because why wouldn't you want to have something where you can become more self-efficient, have that ability to be like, okay, I just got this free income, now what am I going to do with it? Am I just going to waste it, or are you going to invest in it? Are you actually going to grow and prosper that income that you receive for free and truly take it to your heart and be like, okay, how can I build this? How can I build more money for myself? How can I get smarter to make my life better in all aspects, spiritually, mentally, and physically? A lot of people, they just go ahead and spend their money and they waste their money all the time. But sometimes if you look at it, when you work for somebody, your time is your energy basically, and when you use your time to work for other people, that's your energy, because you work for somebody, you get tired, and then you have to eat food. It's all a form of an energy. So if you're getting something for free, how are you going to build that? Really think about it. How are you going to better your life to get more out of it basically? And with this link that I'm providing, you're going to get a free stock, and you have a chance to get something for a good possible free stock. And I personally could say that from my experience of already starting all this stuff, I've already made profit from it basically. Not much, but because I just started out basically. But just me knowing myself that I've taken those steps to actually know, okay, what can I do with this? How can I build it? How can I increase my income? That's what makes the difference between someone who sees $5 and is like, oh, I can't do nothing with that. I'm just gonna go buy some soda or something like that. Actually invest your money, actually be smart about it, because that's what a lot of people who are richer are doing. The people that are richer are investing their money and being smart about how they use their money, because your time and your energy is your electricity. So if you build that, that's going to be representation of yourself, and you can see how people who have nicer cars and things like that, because they've put in the time and the work to get those things. Not always, because some people they do some evil or darker things to get those things, because some people, they make certain contracts with entities and stuff like that, and this is why you don't want to do those things, because that's the wrong way. It is the illusionary way, where you think that you're benefiting your life, but really at the end of the day, when you get to your deathbed and all those things, you're going to realize you made a lot of bad mistakes in your life, and it wasn't really worth it, and you're going to realize that. And it doesn't matter who you are and what you think, but there will be those people that think that it's all cool, and that's fine for those people, but it's what you're going to do with it, what you're going to do today in the now, and actually receive that ability to basically go ahead and invest. Do that. Invest your time and your energy to make your life more better. Why wouldn't you want to be able to one day have a nice car? Because I know a lot of people out there want a nice car. Like, what's wrong with having that? You know, and some people, you know, they like to argue that, you know, by being spiritual, you can't have nice things and you got to be all like poor and shit like that. But that's not what spirituality is about. Spirituality, you know, is, you know, about actually enhancing your life, you know, bettering your life, you know, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So when you hit your spiritual, you know, you're like, okay, you know, spiritually from a higher perspective, how do I build, you know, myself a better life? You know, you get spiritually in tune. Then mentally, you're like, okay, how do I mentally become smarter? You know, like, okay, I gotta, you know, do things that will help my life, you know, become a smarter person. You know, tap into different frequencies, you know, different abilities that will allow me to have different electricity and magnetism in my life. And then physically, then once you go through the physical and then the mental, and then you apply in the, basically, you know, once you apply the spirit, mind, body, and you apply what you learn from the spiritual into your mental, it's going to translate into the physical, because you can do the mental work and be like, okay, I'm going to think about this and I'm going to do that, but then you have to go in the physical and apply it, and then it'll show. You'll have the nicer things in your life, and you'll have those nice clothes and those, you know, nice shoes that you want, because, you know, some people want a nice pair of Jordans, you know, somebody wants a nice pair of shirts and stuff like that, you know, and you can have all these things, but are you going to be willing to, you know, take that time and dedication to, you know, really, you know, apply, you know, anything that you learn? You know, you have to sometimes, you know, be like, okay, even if what I told you about the Robin Hood stock, you know, some people may not be like, I ain't never heard of this, but you know what, maybe it's time for that you do get involved in it and try to, you know, actually become, you know, more successful and like work towards actually being more self-employed. Because, you know, it doesn't matter what you say or do, like, it'd be nice for all of us to be self-employed and have that stability. Even if you have a family out there, like, wouldn't you want to be able to provide for your friends and family out there too if you had the money to do that? So think about that as well. It's like, when you invest, you know, you could help other people, because if you had that money, a lot of people would want to help other people. Well, for myself, I'd really love to do that, because, you know, a lot of people, they get money and then they just start thinking about themselves and they go into the egos and they have all these, you know, negative things that they start thinking about. But, you know, go ahead and check out the link that I'm going to be posting here in a little bit, and actually, you know, get in tune with that. Actually, you know, start looking up what it is to invest and how you can make more money, and, you know, actually get into Bitcoin too, because I will actually have a channel soon for my Bitcoin channel as well, so that way, you know, you also can be there with me to see, you know, that there is actual gains to actually get into it, because, you know, there is going to be more Bitcoin stuff coming out, and obviously, if you haven't noticed, they are putting out certain advertisement for it already, because they also know they can make money off it too. So why don't you make money off of it and actually profit from it, basically, and become that smart investor of what you want to do in life? What are you going to invest your energy into? What are you going to invest your time into? You know, a lot of people don't think about these things. They instead they go ahead and they go work for other people, and then invest their time and energy to what other people already invested their time to build in the first place. So why not build yourself a foundation where you are spiritually, mentally, and physically successful, and show other people that you can do that too? But that's all I want to say in this video. Peace out with my highest vibrations, and always my full love, my gratitude, and high vibes.